Drop in the comments below where you're joining us from. Thank you. Hey guys, AJ Town here, live with the T-Storm Chasers, ready to bring you the latest weather information and what we are looking at with this next storm system and when it's going to really start moving through. You can see it right here behind us. It's getting us ready, and we are getting ready to bring you that information. We're going to see this snow come in. It's not going to be a substantial amount of snow like one of the last ones. Sorry about that there. I had just a little bit of a glitch and catching up with me. Anyways, we're not going to be looking at a substantial amount of snow for the Sioux Falls area. And by substantial, I mean a foot plus of snow. Unfortunately, though, we are going to receive a decent amount of snow with this. Again, drop below where you're from, where you're joining us from. Hit that like button. Share us with all your friends and everything else like that. I do got to delete one comment because I don't want some issues on here. So give me just a second. Now, when I ask you to drop your comments below, I'm not asking you to be funny. This is actually a live cast that I take very seriously. So again, if you could drop your comments below and let us know where you're joining us from, that'd be very great and greatly appreciate it. Share us with your friends, family, and anybody else. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We're going to get started now and jump into this winter weather storm and what is going to be moving through. Hour by hour, we're going to break this system down. We're also going to take a look out and see what we're going to be looking at for the course of the next 240 hours, so the next 10 days, what we're looking at with that systems, and then we're also going to break it down model by model as well. So stick around. There is a little ticker right here to let you know the timing of when this was recorded and everything else. Again, thanks, guys. All of those that are dropping those comments, be sure to continue to share with your friends and family as we start to get this live. Thank you, those of you that are joining us on YouTube. We see 2s on YouTube right now live with us. Facebook group, we're looking at 6. And T-Storm Chasers page, we're at 205. Again, thanks, guys, for sharing where you're at. Let's keep it going. Keep sharing as I keep talking. I don't mind. As we put things into motion here, we're going to start right about that 21 Zulu. We're actually going to jump to 00 Zulu. So this is going to be about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We start to see things move into the area. Then as the models continue to push it eastward, we do start to see about 03 Zulu. It starts to move into the river area there. And then it does continue to progress its way eastward. So about 06 Zulu. So these are going to be 3-hour increments is what we're looking at for right now. We do start to see along the I-90 corridor southward there is what we are looking at for this heaviest snowfall pushing through. We do have an area in central portions of South Dakota, south central portions, that we are looking at seeing a substantial amount of snow. Where by substantial, I do mean more than a foot of snow. So, is it possible that could shift just a little further eastward? Hold on one second. We got that next question. Look at how close that is to Sioux Falls. So, we will zoom in here real close. As that jumped on me there. You can see why 20 miles. That's all it's going to take is 20 miles to the north of seeing this heavier snowfall. Alexandria, we will jump into that. Do not ask because we will certainly jump into a lot of your questions and answers them as we go through this. So just hang tight with us. Again, thank you guys for joining us. Again, we do see that heavier band. Now, this is why those counties, and that map is not updated, so give me just a quick second. I just realized that map is not updated, so give me just a quick sec. All right, there we go. Quick second, updated map. So, anyways, that is why those counties up Lincoln County, Turner County are all in that winter storm warning, is because of this heavier band that is going to be moving through that area. So it's going to continue to progress its way eastward, dumping a heavier band of snow. I just got in my earpiece here that my battery's dying on my earpiece. So anyways, we are watching that heavier band that's going to be basically south of Highway 18 is what we are looking at with this. We'll get into that with our hour-by-hour forecast there. Now, we do see, as we do put the map into motion there, 18 Zulu, things start to die off and push their way a little eastward. Now, as we go into 00 Zulu, so that's going to be about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we do see that it finally moves out of the Dakotas. However, look at this right behind it. This is going to bring us another system that's going to be pushing through the day Saturday into Sunday. Now, the good news with this, though, is that we're not expecting much snow accumulation with this. We're about a trace to an inch of snow with this system. I got to take that out of my ear because it's low battering me and throwing me off. Anyways, this system here we are looking at going to be about a trace to an inch of snow is going to be all that it's going to bring us. So that is the good news. The reason why that is starting to die off is that high pressure system that is pushing through the Dakotas. So as that pushes through the Dakotas, things are going to start dying off on us. Again, remember guys, drop where you're from, where you're joining us, and share us with your friends and family. As we do come into Sunday, we do see another little system that's pushing through Sunday during the day. And then as we get into Monday, we have that high pressure system that will sit over the Nebraska, Iowa, and Dakota area and bring us the chance of seeing additional snow out of the area. That high pressure system is really killing us, which is the good news for us. So as we go through then the rest of the week, we do see just that little clipper system that pushes through. That's going to really affect the northern portion of Dakotas, North Dakota, and north central South Dakota there. Mostly going to move through Minnesota, Wisconsin, and into Michigan there. Then we do see, look at this large snow system. Believe it or not, Texas and Oklahoma is looking at seeing some good snow push through there as well. As we go through the rest of the week, guess what, guys? We're not seeing another hint of a snow system till next Saturday. So that's the one that we're going to be watching here coming in from Canada, eh? Anyways, done with that quick little dad joke. As we do see that, that's mostly going to affect into North Dakota and Minnesota, down into Wisconsin. Good news is it's not really going to affect South Dakota. It's going to mostly push its way northeastward and really affect northeast South Dakota if it does move through. But this model run is different than what it was earlier. That has pushed it more of a northeasterly trend and pushed it out of here. So as we go through that weekend, we're looking at a gorgeous weekend for us. Unfortunately, though, the temps aren't going to be gorgeous. Just know that we're not looking at a substantial snow system again. Let's talk snow totals. I know that's what a lot of you like to see. Now, we favoritize the European model, but keep in mind, guys, the National Weather Service out of Sioux Falls has issued a winter storm warning. Now, that winter storm warning, let me get the details of that. Give me just a quick second. I know I should be just a little more prepared, and I certainly do apologize there. So that winter storm warning goes into effect tonight at 9 p.m. So it's already in effect until 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now before, if I remember correctly, this was a little earlier. I thought it was 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, but maybe I'm wrong on that. So I can hear myself talking on my phone, so it threw me off for a quick second. So, again, winter storm warning until 6 p.m. for the areas in pink. That was put out by the National Weather Service. That was not something that we put out. And again, here we go. We're going to start now at 00 Zulu, so about 6 o'clock. We are starting to see some of that system already moving through. I'll get to the map. Give me just a quick second. As we go through the morning, about 12 to 6 o'clock there, we're going to see really central, south central portions of South Dakota really start getting hammered. Here is roughly where 90 runs. So you can see the substantial snow system is going to be south of I-90 and in basically between I-90 and I-80. As you can see now as we go to 12 Zulu. Oh, that skipped on me there. As we go into... Let me jump back here where I was. 12 Zulu, you can see we got about 2 to 3 inches. So that's going to be about 6 o'clock in the morning when we get up. Melissa, hang tight. Hang tight with us, Melissa. We're getting into totals. We're getting there. Anyways, I like to have some fun with you guys. I certainly do apologize, but dropping where you're at and dropping political stuff causes some issues on the stream. So that's why I asked that not to stop. But certainly drop where you're actually sitting at, not political, please. Anyways, as we start to get into about 12 Zulu there, we got about 2 to 3 inches of snow on the ground. 12 Zulu is going to be 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Now, as we go into 18 Zulu, so about your lunch hour, we are looking at 4 to 5 inches. Now, as we go into 00 Zulu, so about 6 p.m. at night, we are looking still about that 4 to 5 inch mark. But here's where my concern is. Look at this cutoff line right here. This is the 7-inch mark line. It is literally 10 mile shift to the north is all it's going to take for us to see some substantial snowfalls. You can see right along the South Dakota-Nebraska border is where they are getting hit again with substantial snowfall. Hey, Frank. Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you later. You guys want to call me out and tell me that I'm boring? You no longer need to be on our stream. So, anyways, I am not boring. I give very detailed forecasts, so you guys certainly understand what is going into looking at this. So again, as we take a quick look here at this 10-inch to 9-inch or 8 to 10-inch mark there, you can see it is right along the South Dakota-Nebraska border. Further south we go down into the Omaha area is looking at less. So we can see why that winter storm warning is in effect. You can see that system, how much that system is bringing. Now, the other factor into this too. So this is going to be snow totals here. I'm done with the snow totals. Good news is, like I showed you, we are not looking at any substantial amount of snow totals for the rest of the week. Now, here's the other down kicker to this system as it comes through. We're looking at wind gust between 30 to 40 miles an hour. Unfortunately, I can't get these little flaggy thingies off of here. Anyways, that's what I'm calling them, is flaggy thingies, because you guys aren't going to know the technical term, and technically, I don't know the technical term. But anyways, wind directions, whatever you want to call it, everybody's going to have some fun with it. Yes, I know I'm wrong. Yes, I do kind of know what I am doing. But anyways, we are looking at, as we take a look at this, over that area that has seen that 8 to 10 inch of snow, we are looking at winds gust between 30 to 40 miles an hour with this system as well. It's going to create blizzard-like conditions with this system as it moves through. It's going to stick around until Sunday morning. So, we do have some wind chances of coming through with this as well as over the course of those next 24 hours. So definitely a concern with this. 24 to 36 hours, we're going to be really watching those wind speeds. That is going to be causing us some issues. As we do go through the rest of the week, we're going to have to watch Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning is going to bring some winds through. That's going to pick up some of that snow that has already fallen, bring us some ground blizzard conditions. Just a little bit of a travel concern there. Wednesday morning, we do have that concern also. But going through the rest of the week there, we aren't looking at much more of a concern. Friday of next week, we are also looking at that concern of seeing some wind gusts coming through. That's going to create some ground blizzards if anything does fall and stick around then. Now, good news is, again, that we are not looking at another snow system for the rest of the week. However, we do got to get through this winter storm warning, and Sioux Falls is actually in a winter weather advisory. There you can see the area in. And I just realized that's not updated either. I downloaded it, just didn't click the submit button. So that has shifted actually a little further north, that winter weather advisory. Now that is also because of those winds that we are going to see with that. So the area that is missing there is going to be where that winter storm warning is. Otherwise, the area that is in green is because of those winds that are going to be blowing that snow around. Wind chill advisory for the areas in pink up in North Dakota and Minnesota area there, and over into Montana, where they're going to see temps below, well below freezing mark. Next, we're going to take a look at, let's take a look at our national radar here. Give me just a second here to get something cleared off. All right, as I take a quick look at that national map there we go. That is our current weather. We do see that that snow is starting to move its way through. There through the winter area, we can see that it is sticking to those models, bringing that heavier snow system throughout the area there. Through the winter area is what we are seeing with those heavier snow totals. So, let me jump into the next one here. This is from the National Weather Service. This is what they are saying for snow predictions. 3 to 7 for the Sioux Falls area. We're right around that 4 to 6 mark, so not far off of them. 5 to 8 from Beersford, Vermilion, Yankton, Center, Wagner area is where they're putting that heavier system. So we are going to take a look at now what we call the latest HRRR model run. That model run is more of a detailed model run, bringing us a better idea of snow totals as this system starts to progress through the area. 4.3 for the Sioux Falls area and down to 12 inches down by the Yankton area. Sioux City looking at 9.6, Norfolk, Nebraska 3.4, Plainview, Nebraska about 11.9, Laurel 11 inches, and you can see some areas might see that 15-inch mark. And then you can see Worthington, Minnesota is looking at about 2.7, Watertown about 0.4, about 0.5 for the Brookings area, 1 inch for Madison. Chamberlain about 5.1, Pierre about that 2.1, Sioux Center 7.2, again Sioux City about that 9.6. Now let's break it down hour by hour for you guys. Let me get that loaded here, and we will break this down hour by hour when the system is coming through and exactly what it's going to bring. All right, I am going to let that load. All right, that is loading. So as we take a quick look, let's take another look at our winds. Like I said, our concerns are with these winds. You can see this is a map by the National Weather Service that we are utilizing here. And you can also see on that map there, wind speeds are going to be upwards between 20 to 25 miles an hour through the Sioux Falls area. Now this map is for the Sioux Falls area, so we are looking at Travis, I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. I'll try to be cool as possible. But, hey, I will make it so it doesn't snow for the rest of the month. I will tell you that after Saturday. After Saturday, we're not looking at any more snow for the month. How about that? As you can see, again, those winds are going to start peaking about 3 o'clock in the morning and stop peaking at 3 o'clock on Sunday morning. Then as we jump into, let's take a quick look at your precipitation outlook for the first part of February. As we take a look at that first part of February there, we're going to be leaning above normal for this time of year. So that being said, we are looking at a little bit more of a moisture base coming through. As we take a look at our temperature outlook, we're leaning a little more below normal for this time of year coming into that first part of February. You can see at the very top there it says valid from February 4th to February 10th. This is your 8 to 14 day temperature outlook put out by the National Weather Service. Now my other stuff should be loaded, so let's take a quick look at that hour by hour. Let me turn on that slide because it didn't adjust. All right. Now I can't see my editing software, so here we go. We're going to put things into motion here we're going to jump at that 10:18. You can see right there it is holding true for that Wagner winter area of pushing the system through that will continue to progress its way eastward, moving into the Sioux Falls area overnight. As that system moves into the overnight, we are looking at that dusting of snow. Then we're watching, again, along Highway 18 southward is where we expect that substantial amount of snow to push through. Right, again, about that 4 o'clock hour, 5, 6, 7, and then, it's finally starting to die off as we wake up in the mornings to clean up off of after this. Then we do, good news is for that rest of the week there, that did not load. Let me see if I can get this to load quick. I certainly do apologize. For some reason, my system sometimes will load it, sometimes it won't. And it picked today to not load. So again, about your lunch hour, we expect to see things pushed out of the area. We do see that system back west there that is pushing through, bringing another chance, like I said, about a trace to an inch of snow. We don't expect a substantial snow. Then through the day on or Sunday morning, we do expect to see that cleared off. So good news is, folks, we're done for the rest of the month with winter storms. Once this storm system gets through here, we are done for the rest of the month with this winter storm weather. So that is the plus side of it. The downfall side of it that we're getting into now is we're going to have to deal with these cold temps that are going to be pushed through the area. You can see that right here where it does mention that it is put out by the National Weather Service. This is not a map that we put together. It is a resource that we use. But you can see that as the system pushes through, it's going to bring some cold air through it for the first part of your week and first part of February. So we are looking at, again, a very cold system pushing through afterwards. So, again, winter storm warning is in effect for the areas in purple. We are looking at a substantial amount of snow for some areas. Here is the latest HRRR. We are about 4 to 6 for the Sioux Falls area. Further south you go, the more snow we're going to get into. Good news is a lot of this is going to be between the I-80 and the I-90 corridor. We don't expect to see this really progress any further southward. It does have a little bit of a chance of shifting just a little further northward, so something we are going to have to watch closely. Bad news is we are starting to see signs of it already progressing into the area as we take a quick look at that. We are, again, already seeing signs that it is progressing into the area. So we are going to have to keep a close eye on that. And we are seeing, again, it's already broke the 281 corridor there. Highway 18 is where we expect to see the substantial amount of snow. Again, south of 90 is where we expect the real substantial amount of snow. North of 80, between 80 and 90 is where we expect it. Between 18 and 20, I think it's 20 down in Nebraska there. I want to zoom in here. Well, that's not going to give me my roads because I haven't downloaded them. I think it's 20 that runs down through Nebraska there. Anyways, Highway 20. Yes, it is. It is Highway 20. I do remember. Highway 20, between Highway 18 and Highway 20 is where we expect to see the most substantial amount of snow with this system. So definitely pushing through. Going to be bringing us a decent amount of snow for that area. That is why that winter storm warning is in effect. Again, here's a quick look at the snow totals. Just a quick update on those. So, again, we were live as of this time. We'll continue to monitor your latest weather information as this event starts to unfold. Good news is, though, we are done for the month after this one. We just got to get through February and March. We have seen snow, unfortunately, in April and May, but I don't think we're going to be that far out for April and May with snow. I think a lot of that in April and May is going to actually start transitioning over to storms. So definitely something we're going to have to watch closely as well. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We'll keep an eye on everything as the system starts to progress and show itself to the Sioux Falls area, and we will keep our ears to the scanner, bringing you the latest road updates via what we're hearing on that. Good news is, though, we're not hearing anything as of right now for road conditions deteriorating or anything as of yet. So get home, stay home for the night, get up, and get ready to dig yourself out. Thanks, guys, for joining us, and have a fantastic night. AJ Town.